You know what I think about the mainstream media? You know what a lot of you think about the mainstream media? They've got an agenda, they have a narrative, which they want to ram down everybody's throats and lead us to believe something that might not necessarily be true. Happens on a daily basis. It really does. I watched a university lecture, I think it was the University of Chicago earlier, from an expert. You know, an expert is somebody that knows what they're talking about. And he laid out very clearly how he thinks the whole situation in Ukraine started, how it may end, and whose fault it really is. And it's completely different to the narrative that you see in the mainstream media. And you have to ask yourself the question with these news firms, do they actually want World War III to kick off, or what? How do everyone? Welcome back to the channel for a Tuesday. Hope you're doing all right. I'm not too bad. Not too bad. Listen, mainstream media, we know what's going on, don't we? We know that we're being spoon-fed, it's propaganda, it's bullshit and all the rest of it. They want us to believe a certain version of events. It's not only Ukraine, it's the convids, it's events in London, it's all sorts of things everywhere. And it's never going to stop. I mean, you take Ukraine, for example, that poor lady with all the bloody bandages round her head and blood on her face. We know that was from a gas explosion years ago and not the outbreak of the war now. It's just a picture used to try and make us believe a version of events. But I've been indoors today, and I sat down and I was putting some of my airport bookings on, and I decided to put the news on in the background, like a continuous feed on YouTube. And there was Sky News, GB News, BBC, sorry, yes, I did listen, and a few others. And they all had experts on, generals, admirals, spies, novelists, analysts, you name it, they had them on. And they seem to be obsessed with this idea of a no-fly zone and, you know, what it could lead to, escalation of. And these analysts were giving their two pennyworth about, you know, what they believe the situation is going to be. And some of them even say, you know, Putin is full of bluff. It's not going to be as bad as that. Russia's on its arse. They're losing, you know. And then straight away, these journalists or newscasters turn it back around and say, yes, but if we did do this, would this escalate to that? And would nukes come flying over there, kind of thing? And I actually saw one broadcaster probably asked the same question 4 different ways. And this poor bastard was like, oh, for fuck's sake, what, you know, they were really trying to twist the narrative round to make everybody believe that we were about to go to war with Russia. And it's, you know, this is half the problem, and this is where escalation could happen through miscalculation, in my view. And it just seems like they're all up for it. You know, I mean, there was a guy on GB News earlier, I forget his name, but he made a very valid point. You know, everybody seems to be up for a dust-up with Ruski. And I say, yet, you know, this just can't be allowed to happen. I don't know what you think about it, or if you've seen the same things as me, but it's the same old media spin. And we need to be very careful, don't we? We need to check our facts with different places and make our own mind up on our own judgment, and don't swallow the crap that they're trying to force down our neck. It's just unbelievable. Let me know what you think. I'm off. I'll see you with another one. Toodaloo.